Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We are here for some more Psychopass Season 3. Now, I know it has been a little bit since Episode 2 has came out, and I'm pretty late getting to it. Like, we're almost going to have Episode 3 for the third season. But I said I wanted to go ahead and finish and wrap up the movies before I actually got into this second episode for the third season, and I've done that. I actually really like what they did with the movies, especially in the third one, mostly because it has Kogami having the central focus in it, but just the movies giving some significant shine and focus and more development and more insight into characters that we've had focus on, but it just kind of allowed them to take the spotlight, which I actually really liked with all three of the Sinners of the System films. Were they anything like super amazing or spectacular in my opinion? The third one is the closest to that, but the movies, all of them are solid, right? They're not, none of them are really bad in my opinion. They're just all rock solid movies, um, excluding the third one, I would say, because the third one's pretty dang good. And now I can answer more so like, should I know a lot of people have had the question like, should you watch the movies before watching season three? And I would definitely say yes, especially the third movie though, because at the end of the third movie, Kogami says the line something along the lines of "Let's go back to Japan." I'm not sure if the translation was like super correct on that or anything, but in the version I watched, he said "Let's go back to Japan" or "Let's go back," something along those lines. So Kogami is coming back to Japan, um, which they've already like casted him for this third season and whatnot. So we're most likely going to see him. I mean, we have Ganoza coming back. We saw Ganoza at the end of the previous episode, so I'm really excited for that. And just to have them in the mix with these new characters, because we got two new inspectors, obviously Kay and Arata, which I actually am kind of digging their dynamic so far. The mental trace thing from Arata is kind of crazy. It's a little OP, I would say, but it's not like a super bad thing or anything like that. I actually kind of like it. It's pretty interesting to me, and I want to see more of it and get more of it because there's obviously some kind of in the future. I feel like we're gonna see there's some kind of like I would say withdrawal maybe with it, or there's like a risk that's kind of there with Arata using the whole mental trace thing. But we have them new inspectors, we got new enforcers, and just them with our old characters. It's just kind of cool to see, and that we're moving on. We're moving on here. We also have some kind of suspicious group. I forget what their name was. It was like forget what the name of the group was, but it was some suspicious group organization. You guys know what I'm talking about. And we had this whole case thing with the Rick guy, which they're getting a little further with it. So we're gonna see where that goes here in the second episode of season three. I know kind of talked a bit here at the beginning, but I did want to talk about like the movies. I'm not going into spoilers or anything like that. But I mean, you guys probably already knew Kogami was coming back because they casted him for the third season. So that is the only thing I said. But I did want to tell you guys that I did watch the movies, and I would say watch the movies before you get into season three if you haven't already. So yeah, we're gonna get into this episode, everyone, and see what we got. Enough with the talk, and we're gonna get into it. We're starting at the very beginning, 0 seconds, and we're gonna hop into it in three, two, one, play. Cobra just stood here and watched the That was what they showed at the very beginning of the first episode. He was just up here. That guy was up here watching the cargo plane just crash. Let's get it, you two. Let's get it, you two. Kay's just like, yeah. Kay's just so like cool, calm, and collected. Arata's pretty laid back too, but he's showed a little more of a spark than than Kay. Kay's just like I said, cool, calm, and collected like all the time, at least so far. And also, I forgot to mention something from the movies. There's this new girl they introduced named Frederica, I think, and I think she was also casted for season 3, and she played a pretty big role in the third movie as well. So she's probably gonna be here as well in season 3. She's relatively important, I would say. She's the one who kind of made the deal with Kogami for him to come back to Japan. So without her, really, I don't think Kogami comes back to Japan, at least not this soon. Not this quickly. Well, a lot of time has passed, to be fair, but or a significant amount of time has passed, but get the point. You get what I'm saying? You want to harm someone while keeping your psychopath stable. That's how you don't know what you're doing. Man got up and darted. Man got up and ran. Whoever planned the crash and have a direct hand in his death. So who actually did this is someone who wasn't. Pretty much someone had someone else do it. Nationwide scam model on a financial system from the old era, and that probably has to do with the houses or the apartments and all that. Yeah, which is probably a lot more complicated than what we think right now. So this, yeah, it's good that they're gonna go into an explanation with this. Interest, 2% interest. So I'm a homeowner now. Okay. There was Mao. So she gets a 4% interest rate. The higher the risk, yeah, right, right, right. Subprime lending. Type of high interest mortgage target at low income groups. So people who aren't likely, or they're going to be slower paying, or have more trouble. This is how they do it. Jeez. Blow it up even more. Oh my gosh. I couldn't even explain again what they just went into. I'm following it, but yeah, this stuff is like kind of a little bit over my head. I'm not super into this kind of stuff, to be honest. Boom. And that's how house markets crash, and you see a bunch of like foreclosures and stuff like that. And that's, I guess, what happened. Wow. Something that big was going on. He wanted to spill the beans on it. Yeah, and that's why they had someone else do the murder. That's why they leak it to audit agencies. This is like two or three times Maki has been kind of in this position with them already. And then usually she lets them kind of go around it in a way, but still do it, sort of. You know, like this. This is what they wanted. This is what they wanted. Because now look, this Yonohara guy's freaking out, and maybe his. We'll see what happens with his Hugh, his psychopath. Maybe potentially. That's what I was saying. And this is probably what they wanted. That's some way to look at it. He's like, I gotta get away from you. You gotta get away from me. Damn. Oh, that's what happens when you get mixed up with these kinds of people and these kinds of illegal activities. It could backfire on you. It's only good for so long, right? Now it's coming crashing down on them. Sasagawa's is still clear, but Yonohara's, though, on the other hand, they can work with that. Oh my gosh. What is this? I don't even want to know. It looked like I don't even know what was on the shelves. It looked like maybe body parts or something, or I don't even know what I saw on them shelves. It's probably best I don't know or remember. Didn't really get a good look at it. Oh, he's going. Man, he can move like that. I kind of saw Kay like Kay was kicking some ass in the previous episode, and we haven't really saw much physical ability or anything like that, athletic ability from Arata, but like I was saying, don't sleep on Kay now. But he does have the other two with him as well. Man, look at Arata go. Oh, he brought the knife out. Man, come on, use your fist. He doesn't have a weapon or anything. Damn. Oh, got him. Is that right in the eye? Yo, K. I love the way K fights, dude. See ya. Ooh. Okay, Arata's is being super flashy with it now. He's just showing off, dude. With all these movements and whatnot. I like the way they're animating this, though. I'm bringing out guns. I mean, man, we just had our fists out. Like we didn't have any knives or guns or anything like that. Like, oh, come on now. Oh, man, K is like, this guy sucks. I mean, K is quick as hell though. He doesn't seem like he'd be that quick, but this dude, man. Yeah, get rid of this guy. Oh, see ya. Okay, so there were body parts and brains and whatnot on the shelves. And Yonohara is Dead. His friend. Sure? Sure now? Uh, Are they gonna continue on with pursuing? Oh my gosh. Oh, there's Frederica. That's the girl I was talking about from the movies. Yeah, that's her. She's gonna have to go there herself, huh? Kay and Arata are little trolls like that, though. They really are. They're continuing with the mission. Maybe, maybe, maybe they do. And they're it's just a chain of disobeying orders. I guess. Yo! I was wondering what they shook nose at the end of the previous episode. And then we got Kogami here too. Like I just saw him in the third movie, so I'm just wait. What? Hello, nice to meet you. Kogami and Arata. Yo, what is this? Oh, don't mess with this man. Oh, you're in for a rude awakening, buddy. Yo, he's back. Let's go. In like a new season. Like I said, I saw him in the third movie, but like he's back like in Japan. That's what I mean. Like he's definitely back here. Sit down, old man. I would be cheering for you guys if this was anyone else, but it's Kogami. There's his staple, that revolver. Now they work or he works under Frederica, I think, because she's like the foreign affairs like. They just came in here and started fighting. They didn't even like talk or anything, bro. I was like, hello, like. So they made him think he was getting away, but nah. Yo, that was dope. That was dope. There's Frederica, Sugo. That was the girl I was talking about. Like I said, for the movies. I mean, so Genoza, Kogami, like freaking the people they focused on in the movies, right? They're just. It's great to see them here in the third season. So like this is why I said the movies are definitely important. So you got the new and the old faces. Is this just like a tease or something? Like, are they like? I hope this isn't just like a tease, man. Like creatures that keep escaping the hounds. Oh, Mika's gonna give it to him. Oh, I thought maybe she was. Kogami walks right past her. Which it was always like, obviously Akane, Kogami, these two, right? So it was like I kind of get what they did there with that, maybe. I like how like these character animations too, though. Kogami giving little tidbits of advice or whatever to the newbies. We saw Akane kind of talking to herself about Kei and Arata being possibly the next, two to like the next generation kind of like of inspectors and whatnot, and she was going a little bit deeper into it, but that was in the previous episode too. There we go. I was waiting for them to show up. I was like, she's gonna give it to him. Okay, so Ginoza and Kogami both work under Frederica now. They're might want to do that. I might want to do that. Like we saw, they've been watching them in the yeah, which they have no idea they're keeping eyes on them. So here's this again. This is the group I was talking about in the previous from the previous episode too. Like they can see like the stocks, like probably obviously lots of other things as well. So what they can like control and Bifrost. That's I think the name of the what they're calling. Wow. Next dealer, Shizuka. They did the same thing in the previous episode. They just had like a brief scene with this group, and it's like they're short scenes, but they're like when you think about it, they're controlling so much behind the scenes, right? Like it's like apparently it appears. That's another thing they've been big on with this is like the immigrant anti-immigrant thing. Kaori. Aww. Final like goodbye, final message. Yeah, like a and are they gonna investigate that hyper transport group more? Like going even further deeper into. What is it, Kane? What was his dad's name? Hatsushi? We're getting to see kind of the homes of both of the newbies. Sister. So one for the sister and one for the dad. There's a Kane. Truth of our society will finally come to light. Sounds like it's probably gonna be chaos. It's probably gonna be who knows what. This man sleeps in the car? I guess he's used to it. Like, because he does pass out in the car a lot, like, anyway, but maybe he didn't mean to pass out there, but. So he's just by himself. No, no parents. I mean, we saw the picture of his dad. I think the other picture was maybe of his mother. Kosuke Yakushiji. Korina Komiya. What is she, like an idol? Running for like a political position? Or one, it seems like a political position. Whoa. What the hell? I got another, I think like a brand new case probably then on our hands. I don't know if this is going to be related to what we were just into. Oh, that's how he landed? Kodosuchiya. Wow. That was kind of a dick way of putting it. Oh my gosh. Right, there's like 20 of them. Right. Unlike all of y'all. I saw him like trying to get to another room though, or like, but it seemed like maybe the Karina girls, because he was like when he was falling, she was on the screen, right? And he was like kind of like reaching out, and that like kind of like message that was on the TV. Well, from what we saw, he wasn't like actually trying to kill himself. He was just, he like reached out and then he shit broke or he fell. Like more mental, more mental tracing. Saying danger, danger, danger. They're like, jeez. So that explains the crack and all that we saw on the TV. But then there was the message, like the okay, so he's looking at the same thing that old man's looking at. That's enough for now. Yeah, look at him. So the mental error thing, it was like danger, 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 danger. Like they're like that was the first time they really saw like for them to at least like while he's actually doing. I guess for us too. Like when he's doing the mental trace, like oh. That's interesting. I still don't think he would have survived, but I mean, it's a pretty damn big pool, but uh, more of a chance of surviving, yeah. Slight. There are other foxes, Kogami, that's how they. He's not wrong though. We know this. So yeah, it's just like another brand new case, totally unrelated, I think. care staff, but was receiving treatment for his own hue deterioration. Wait, what? So he was involved with that Karina girl. That was the other guy we saw who won the. Or did he actually win, or are they both running for the position? I didn't even really pay attention, to be honest. They're just involved in politics. Okay, so yeah, it's the Karina girl and Hercules guy. They don't even have political backgrounds though. Like one's an idol and one was like a wrestler. Like what? Guess you could do anything with a lot of clout. Okay. He's not wrong though. He's not wrong. Civil authorized idol group existence. The other members became criminals. Oh wow. She has it all going on. And then retired, so she doesn't do it anymore. And switched to politics. Just the figureheads, right? They're just the one out in front, speaking and talking to the people and the face, right? But there's actually a lot of other people behind the scenes actually doing the stuff. Have we even saw Arata drive yet? He has his license apparently. Is there maybe something up with that? Maybe it's not safe for him to drive, even though he has his license because of his whole like thing he has going on with the mental trace, right? Like with him like falling asleep sometimes and whatnot, and probably play it safe. Yeah, let Erie drive. Oh, this is kind of cool. There's something like this in Full Metal Panic. A little similar, but I think it was actually robots versus robots. But it's still cool. Yeah, this is really cool. Jeez. So they both have lots of clout. Everyone relied on him. Like, yeah, the whole thing with him being a part of the care staff, but then he was getting treatment for his own huge deterioration. Like, was it the job or something with the job that like, just because she said everyone was they were relying on him. Like, so maybe it got to him. But there's obviously a lot more to it. There had to like, oh, he started stalking her, especially someone. Rata maybe shouldn't have said that. But I mean, you do see that with a lot of idol girls, or just popular people in general, right? They have people who are like stalkers. Like it's creepy, but like, mm, I didn't even notice that. That is a little freaky. That is a little scary. Mentalist talent. So we're dealing with someone kind of similar to Arata a little bit in that regard. Ooh, and that's why we saw. I was like, that's why I was like, okay, what's happening, right? When she walked away, and then we saw like the whole mentalist thing happen, the mental trait shit. I was like, wait, what? So she actually has something like that going on as well. So, like Arata said, potentially dealing with a menace here. Like, definitely a big problem potentially. Could be not just her, but also that other guy too, right? The Hercules guy, I guess we'll just call him. But if Karina has something like this, going on, that I feel like that makes her more dangerous than that guy. You know what I'm saying? But who knows what they're gonna where they go with this or what they do with this. So pretty solid episode once again. Kind of moving on to our next case already. Um, it was good to see Kogami. It was good to see Ganoza. I think we saw Sugo as well. Sugo was on on that one plane with Frederica. I think that was Sugo. So yeah, we saw all of them. Just them with the new people. Although it was really short, it was still cool. It was still really cool. They just walked in there and started fighting. It's like, man, we've already got him. Like, I guess they figured they let him get away. That's what their assumption was. So that's why they started like fighting. But like, like, nah, we did. You didn't. They didn't know who they were, to be fair, but should have known. Nah, they should have known, to be fair, but um, we all knew, obviously. So that's I guess officially they're working under the foreign affairs with Frederica. Like it knows I think Sugo as well. It seems like, and Kogami. So I hope it's just not like a little tease, man. And like I hope we do see more of them. I think we are gonna see more of them. This isn't gonna be like a season 2 thing. Like we're already off to like a better start than season 2 in that regard, right? Because Kogami didn't even freaking show up in season 2. It was just like some flashback vision type shit. So I mean, he's already made an actual appearance here, like in the present time. You know what I'm saying? So for now, this is just like a little tease, but we're gonna see more of them. We're definitely gonna see a bit more of them. Um, so yeah, a lot going on though. But we did wrap up that. I don't even know if they're gonna come back to that because it seems like they pretty much wrapped it up with the Yonohara in Sasagawa. guys, excuse me, and that whole fiasco, like with Rick and whatnot, and what was actually going on, like with the loans and the whole housing thing that they went into, like very pretty deep into it. Not my kind of thing. I'm not really into that whole stuff, but it was cool to see how they actually broke it down. Like I do appreciate them doing that. So, but Yonohara, once they pass it on to like the audit agencies and all that, Yonohara started freaking out. The other guy was like, "Okay, I gotta get away from you, dude." Like, but then Yonohara ended up getting silenced, killed before they could actually get to him. You know, so that was kind of shitty. But they ultimately did end up arresting Sasagawa. So, but that was Kogami and them, the foreign affairs. So, still got arrested. But there was that, wrapping up that whole deal fiasco. And then now we're moving into a whole other case, whole other ball game, with this Tsuchiya guy, the the guy who's a part of the self care for this Karina girl, but then was getting care himself. Over time turned into a stalker of hers. His Hughes started to deteriorate. So that's kind of where we're at now. But Karina, just from what Arata was saying there, what we kind of saw from her at the end there, and what we saw on the TV as well. Like I don't think we should forget about that. I think that's going to be pretty important. Like those statements and how it was put together on the TV from I think the Hercules guy said something in there, the Karina girl. I mean, just the way that sentence was. I forget exactly what the sentence was, but it was like I was like, oh, like what the hell, And then that's when he dipped, and then ultimately killed, died. um. So yeah, man, good episode, solid episode. I'm really enjoying what we have with this season so far. We got the old faces in there. It's not entirely focused on them, but it's kind of good to have the mix. So my timer was going the whole time. I'm sorry about that. Not that it's a big deal because the episode's already over, but so yeah, man, good episode of Psycho-Pass. Enjoyed what we had here. We're gonna continue on with this case, obviously, in the next episode. This might be another. Maybe they'll wrap it up in the next episode because of the double length, So probably they'll wrap it up in the next episode, but we'll see if there's even more shit going on here than what we have right now. Probably is, but yeah, that about does it. Let me know what you all thought of this episode of Psycho-Pass. If you guys have anything else you want to say, or maybe something you noticed, or something maybe I'm not really picking up on, or something that maybe I might have missed. This is what's fun about series like this, about Psycho-Pass, right? You can kind of like theory craft, or like you can do fun things with it, right? In terms of like discussion and right, and maybe things you picked up on that I didn't, and etc. So, yeah, that about does it. If you guys did enjoy the reaction, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.